Hello students, in today's class we will see about order of a system, degree of a system and how to represent transfer functions. Okay. See, we know that a transfer function is in general represented by T of S, right? What is T of S? T of S is equal to C of S by R of S. What is C of S and R of S? We know that C of S is the Laplace transform of the output and R of S is the Laplace transform of the input. Okay. Now, what is this S? We know that S is a complex variable. Okay. It consists of a real part and an imaginary part. So, our transfer function is in S plane, right? See, this is a numerator polynomial and this is a denominator polynomial. So, in general, the polynomials of the numerator and denominator can be written as b naught s power m plus b1 s power m minus 1 plus and so on up to b suffix m, and denominator polynomial is given by a naught s power n plus a1 s power n minus 1 plus and so on up to a n minus 1 s plus a n. Okay. So, I have told you that these two are the polynomials, numerator polynomial and denominator polynomial. This comprises of our transfer function. Okay. When the numerator polynomial and the denominator polynomial are factorized, okay. For example, let us assume that the numerator factors are, now after factorization we get like this: s plus z1, s plus z2, so on up to s plus z m, okay, divided by, and after factorizing the denominator polynomial, let us say that we get okay, s plus p1 plus s plus p2 and so on up to s plus pn. Okay. So, this is a factored form of the transfer function, right? See, this z1, z2, zm are called as zeros, okay? z1, z2 and so on are called as zeros of the polynomial, and p1, p2 and so on are called as poles of the polynomial, right? The factors of the numerator polynomial are called as poles and the factors of the denominator polynomial are called as zeros, right? Okay. Now, I'll tell you one more thing. See, I've told you that this transfer function is in S plane, right? So, in a S plane, as I told you already, S is a complex variable which has a real part and an imaginary part, sigma plus j omega. See, this real part will be in x-axis, plus sigma and minus sigma, and the imaginary part is in y-axis, okay? Right? See, suppose let us assume that I have a transfer function like this. For example, s plus 2, T of s is equal to s plus 2 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2. Let us assume this as 3. Okay. So, let us assume that there is a transfer function which is nothing but s plus 3 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2. Okay. So, this numerator is already in the factored form, right? This denominator polynomial has to be factorized. What will we get? We will be getting s plus 2 and s plus 1, right? So, this is written as after factorization s plus 3 divided by s plus 2 into s plus 1. So, our poles, there is 1 0 and 2 poles, right? So, what are the zeros? There is 1 0 and its value is in minus 3. And how many poles are there? There are 2 poles. So when I say there is 1 0, which means m is equal to 1. And when I say 2 poles, I mean n is equal to 2 and its location are -1 and -2. You get my point? See, this m denotes number of zeros and n denotes number of poles. And this is nothing but the location, which means the factors. This is a 0, there is a 0 at -3 and there is a pole, there are poles at -1 and -2. Okay, this can be given in a S-plane. How do we give? See, zeros will be represented by a circle and poles will be represented by a cross. Okay, so let us, this is nothing but a normal graph sheet. Okay, so -1, -2, -3 and so on. Okay, so as I told you, 0 location is at -3. So at -3 we have a 0. We will draw a circle at -3. And how many poles are there? There are 2 poles. And what are their location? At -1 and -2. Okay, so at -1 a cross and -2 we have a cross. Right? Okay. And as I told you already, we are going to discuss about the order and degree of a system also. Right? What is the order of the system? Here the order of the system is nothing but n. N gives the order of the system. So, what is the order of this system? This system is a second order system. Okay. So, n gives the order of the system. Okay. There is also one more thing called type of a system. Okay. What is a type of a system? Type of a system denotes the number of poles at origin. What is meant by origin? Origin is this point, center point. Okay. The number of poles located at origin will give you the type of the system. See, in this example which I have given you, are there any poles located at origin? At origin we don't have any poles, right? So, this is a type 0 system. Okay, this is a type 0 system. So, what is a type? Type is nothing but the number of poles at origin. Okay, I will give you another example. For example, if this same T of S is given by 4 divided by S into S plus 3, then here we can see there are 2 poles. One is located at 0, the origin, and the other is located at -3, right? So, what are the factors of this denominator? 0 and -3, right? So, for this, if we want to draw a graph, plus j omega, minus j omega, plus sigma and minus sigma, -1, -2, -3, okay? So, here there are 2 poles, n is equal to 2, and what are the locations? 0 and -3, okay? So, at 0 we have a pole and at -3 we have a pole. So, how many poles are there at origin? There is 1 pole at origin, right? So, this is a type 1 system, okay? If we have S square, if T of S is equal to 4 divided by S square into S plus 3, then this is a type 2 system, okay? This is an example of a type 0 system, this is type 1 system, and this is type 2 system, okay? This transfer function is type 0 but order 2, okay? And this is type 1 order 2, okay?